What's up, my peoples? Go here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to the Just Transform It video for X-Transbots Janssen. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So to get him into his alt mode, first we're going to start with the arms here. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open up this section here, rotate the hand so it's palm down, and then pull this panel out, and then collapse this panel in, and bring the hand down, and close that up. Once you've done that, collapse the arm up like so, and there you go. Second burst, just like the first. Just open this up, rotate the hand, palm down, bring out this panel, collapse this in, and make sure the thumb is out of the way. Close that up, collapse the arm, and there you go. So now we're going to come to this panel up here. Just open this up, then you can bring this entire shoulder assembly down like that. You're going to raise this section up here like that, and that will allow you to bring this shoulder section down as well. Coming to the chest portion here, you can kind of bring this down, and you're going to take this section here and just bring it up. It's on a double hinge. Just collapse that up like so. You can just bring that down, get that out of the way. So now we can make sure these little clips are open. We're going to now just kind of take all this, just bring that out to the side, flip this little panel up, and then we can kind of bring this up behind his head just to get things out of the way. And once you've done that, you can bring all of this up, kind of push this in, help give you some clearance. Just get all of this up. And this is also on a slider in here, so you have to kind of pull this up. That'll help clear all this, and then you can bring all of this back like that. Now, once you've done that, we can open up this chest panel here. Kind of pop it out from the back. What we're going to do is we're going to turn his head around and rotate all of this around like so. Oops. And his face is going to fall off because his face doesn't stay on too well. We're going to leave his face off. So just rotate the head all the way around so it's sitting like that. This black portion here will come up and over like that. This little panel here, we'll do this now. This little panel here will just flip down like that. And then rotate all this around, and then this will just kind of come up and sit there like that. Just get all that situated, and you want everything basically sitting kind of level and parallel here, so that's how you want all that looking in there. Now you can close this chest back up, like so. This little panel here you just want to flip out so that it's flush. There you have that. Okay, so now that we've done that, you want to kind of go in the body here and just push out these little side panels here, and just pull this out like that. And the other side, just kind of push it out from the inside. Just kind of bring it down, and that will pop out. Once you've done that, you can bring this section down right here, take this panel, flip this all the way into the body like that. And this whole upper body will just collapse down like so. And at this point now, you want to take the arms, you want to rotate them like that, bring it out, and there's a hinge right here, so you want to bend the arm at this hinge like that. There's a little tab right here on the form you want to flip out, and all of this will just come up into the body like so, and this tab will go into that black section right in there like that. Then you can raise this bit up, and this little clip here you can fold in. There you go. And second verse, just like the first. Just rotate that arm in, bring it out, and then collapse that hinge in. Then bring all this in. Make sure you flip that little tab out. Flip all that in. That will tab in. Bring that in. Close that up. And there you go. This section here, just bring all this up. This will collapse up. Sit right in there. There's a little tab that will go into a slot. This section there. So line that up. And plug it in. And then you can just angle all of that down like so. So now that we've done that, you want to rotate his waist 180. Make sure these panels are out of the way. Rotate the waist 180, and the waist will slide back like that. Again, just compress that upper body down all the way. You'll feel it kind of swoop into place. And once you've done that, we can now work on the legs. So the legs you're going to bring up, and this tab will go into the slot right here in the thigh. Just line that up, and that will sit right there. Bring that up, and line that up. That will sit right there. And once you've done that, you just want to pull the leg out a bit, and it will flip up. You want to rotate it down and then slide it in. There's a little tab that will go into that slot right there. Like that. And then you just take the toes and just point them forward like so. Same thing the other side. Just pull that out slightly. So you can swing that up, rotate that down, and then slide it in like that. And flip down the toes. And the last thing to do here is to flip out these little wheels and then slide it over like so, and it will sit just like that. And just flip out the wheel. Takes a little bit of doing. There we go. Flip that out and then slide it over like so, then just bring it back, and it will sit like that. And there you go. There you have Janssen in his alt mode. Oh, one more thing to do, one more little detail here is you want to flip out these little sections. Just rotate these around. There you go. Now he is complete in his alt mode. And now to get him into his tank mode, what we're going to do now is come up to the arms. Going to flip these panels back in. You're going to untab the arms, just pop them up so you can rotate them around. You can flip that little tab back in and then compress it back down. Same thing the other side, just pull that up, extend, rotate, flip that little tab back in, compress that back down, like so. This whole section here just collapses back. Retract this. And all that will just sit right there like that. Now once you've done that, you want to untab the legs and extend them out. Bring them down. Bring these sections up. And then you want to extend this up so you can rotate the upper body around 180 like so. Then you can slide the waist back to where it was. You can bring these back down. Bring the legs back up. And the legs will now rotate up, but you want to flip out these little tabs here on either side. Make sure you collapse the body back down as well. Rotate these up, and these tabs will go into these slots in the legs, like so, and like so. Make sure that all stays in place. And then you want to use this little bit right here. You can slide this out, and that will help you push out these little tank tread sections, and this will end up tabbing into that slot right there, like that. And you want to come up under here, and you want to rotate these wheel sections out. Just flip that out and flip that out, like so. And once you've done that, there's a little panel in here that you have to flip out, and you'll probably need a tool to help you do that. Just gonna get that flipped out right there, and push it out, and that fills in that gap, like so. Tabbed in, and of course you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just kind of flip all this out. These hinges are pretty tight on my copy. There we go. Get all that flipped out. Get all that flipped out. Like that. Again, I'm just going to slide this out and tab that in. Again, use a tool to help you flip out that panel. Like so. Tab that in. Plug that in. Make sure everything stays in place. And then these little wheels here, you're just going to slide up like that. And there is Janssen in his tank mode. And to get him back into robot mode, just going to undo everything we just did here. So you can take these wheels, just flip them back in, flip those back in, flip this panel back in like that, untab this panel, and then just push all this back in like so. Fold these wheels back in. Again, the hinges are very tight on mine. There we go. Flip that wheel back in like that. You can flip out his toe. At this point now, you can just pull this out, extend as far as it'll go, rotate that in, and just push it back in. Bring that leg down, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse just like the first. We can untab all this now. Put those little tabs in. Okay. Flip that in. Do that. Put that little wheel in again. And come up here. Flip this little panel back in. And get these wheel sections collapsed back up. Like that. Rotate that back in. Like so. Flip the tail back out. There you go. Bring the leg down and untab this and push that back into the body, or back into the leg rather. There you go. There you have the legs all done, and now on to the upper body. What we're going to do now is we're going to flip these out, take all this, undo this, bring all of this back. I'm going to grab these sections here, just kind of flip these out. Like so. It helps if you kind of push the head up a bit so you have the clearance to then kind of swing the arms out. You may have to actually get into the body here to help you swing all this out. But it does kind of collide with things in here. So you may have to like readjust where the head is. Helps also if you open up the chest, I've found. Open up the chest and just try to get things kind of moved around here. And then you should have the clearance to swing those arms out. There we go. It's a case of kind of getting the head up and out of the way, because if not, things collide. So again, just kind of get everything up and out of the way as best you can, and the arms should swing right out. So once you've done that, we can just straighten out these sections here. Straighten all that out like that. Extend the body up. Come in here. You may need a tool to help you flip this little panel back out. Again, make sure that body is extended as far as it'll go. There we go. Flip that panel up. You can also flip this section up as well. Come under here. Let this little panel up under the body. Just push that up. And flip this little panel up under the body. And push it up. Like that. And once you've done that, you can bring the arm around, rotate the bicep. And now close all this up, make sure it's out of the way. Close all that up, close that up, and bring that panel down. That will lock all that in place right there. And now as far as this section goes, we can fold this up and rotate all of this back around. Actually, you want to rotate it the other way. Nope, rotate it this way. Flip this panel out, get that out of the way. That was the problem. Bring that panel up and out of the way, and bring these little panels up here. Rotate the head, bring all that up. Again, get that out of the way. We can put his face back on now. Like that. And then all this is going to come up, and you're just going to kind of swing this in. Bring that in just so you have the clearance to kind of get all this where it needs to go. Again, this whole armature is on a slider. You want to slide this down. Kind of get in there and just slide it down. Then bring that hinge up and bring it out, and then bring it up. And it should all sit in there like that. The hinges in there have to be going up to the right and then back up for it to sit properly. Then once you've done that, you can close this back up like so. Just bring all this back. And then we can bring up this shoulder. Rotate the arm around, close that up, and then this will come down and that will lock that shoulder in place right there. Just like that. You can close the chest up, pop his face back off, and then close this panel up behind his head. Put his face back on. Like so. This little panel here, you want to push that all the way in like that. And then just close the chest up. This little belly piece will just come down on that double hinge. Sit there like that. Close that all up. And then extend the arms. Rotate. Open this up. Flip out the hand. Push that panel in just slightly. Close it back up. Rotate the fist. And there you go. Same to the other side. Just extend the arm if it hasn't done it for you already. Open that up. Bring out the hand, rotate it, flip that little panel in just slightly, and close that back up. And there you have Janssen back in robot mode.